Hello everyone, welcome to another breakdowning a genre video. Today we're going to be asking the question, what the hell is fifth wave emo? If I was to boil it down to one word, it would probably be internet-y. No longer is the definition of an emo band constricted to guitar, bass, drums, singer, whining about small towns or depression or relationships, or if you're going to go with like a third wave band like MCR or Panic, having these big magnum opuses and these big concept records. No longer are these things that define the modern age of emo, sometimes referred to as post-emo. The fifth wave of creators is cut from the cloth of the internet, growing up with all of the music and all of the content out there to influence everything that they make. You don't have to be a traditional band. You can just be one person with a laptop and a digital audio workstation. And you don't even need a guitar sometimes. There are no limits in the internet-based generation of music. So, what are the bands that are heading this generation? Well, speaking from personal experience and also speaking from like chronologically when the wave begins, the first band that I remember being pinned with the fifth wave genre title was Weatherday. And Weatherday perfectly exemplifies what I mean when I say internet sounding. It's noisy and all over the place. It's incredibly depressing, and yet there are upbeat songs that make you want to dance like a loser. And it's all done by one person with GarageBand. I remember seeing Weatherday live and just thinking, wow, this is really just one person with a guitar and a laptop singing their heart out. All of that emotion packed in that tiny little computer. I've already talked so much about Weatherday. My life probably changed when I listened to Come In, so I'll just end it here. Another band that I think people who are aware of in the fifth wave is Your Arms Are My Cocoon. This is basically Weatherday, but even messier. This whole EP is like being smothered by screams and noises and finding this like strange comfort in all of it. I love this album, especially the song Snowy, and in October of 2019, I called a suicide hotline for the first time. Definitely give this one a listen. It is probably a little bit more hardcore than Weatherday, just because of how much they scream. And I'm just going to go over one last band a little bit more in depth, and that's Birds Fear Death. Birds is a one-woman show based out of Texas, and as the years go by from me finding their music that was actually recommended to me in one of my comment sections of my videos, I'm forever grateful for finding them and having the opportunity to work with music with them. Their music is so dense and so noisy and so suicidal that it helped me get through a lot of crazy times. Not to mention that the music is so full of expression and broken feelings. I don't feel like everyone will get this record, and even me, sometimes I have to take a step back from the music because the music can go in some really dark places, but nevertheless, my favorite album, Livestream Death Compilation, is a defining release in the fifth wave canon that I don't think enough people know about. Now, I'm only one person, and I can't listen to every band that's out there in the fifth wave universe, but I wanted to shout out a couple of recent finds of mine that people have recommended to me. First is Asian Glow, who has done multiple collaborations with other artists, most importantly to me, Weatherday, and they've been putting out music for around the same time as Weatherday. I like them, but I've never been the biggest fan. The other band is Stomach Book, which might be a little different from the other bands I've mentioned, but they're still as much a fifth wave band as any, and actually maybe they're the best example because they are so hard to place genre-wise that it makes them even more post-emo, if that makes any sense. Paranol is another good Korean band to come from the scene, whose song White Ceiling is literally one of the best songs I've ever heard. It's like 10 minutes long. If you haven't listened to it, please listen to it. And to cover all of my bases so people do not come at me in the comments section, which you still can if you want to if I miss out on a band, but most people tend to agree that Teen Suicide, The Brave Little Abacus, Title Flight, Home Is Where, Guitar Fight from Fooly Cooly, Michael Sarah Palin, and Hekra are pioneers in the genre, even if they were making music before the term fifth wave was even a thing. I think what also makes this wave different from other emo subsets is that everyone has a voice, especially queer and trans people, which makes me very happy being a queer trans person. A lot of the most exciting releases are from trans creators who in other genres are not as prevalent. The only other genre that I can think of is hyperpop, but fifth wave also takes inspiration from that. So really, it's just one big queer salad. Really, post-emo is like every genre in one, from hardcore to bedroom pop to any sounds that people can get their hands on. Most excitingly, it's giving everyone a voice. And in a time of disillusionment where everything kind of sucks, it's good to hear that people are focusing their energy on music that talks about things that we all care about in the most honest way. by no means is fifth wave the most popular thing, so it makes the people who are a part of it even more special and underground, I suppose. It gives the whole thing a sense of community that is both niche and surprisingly large for how weird the music is. Growing up on the internet, I was exposed to so much, and the songs feel like a melting pot of being a teenager in the modern day, where everything is online. Emo music has always had a negative connotation, and mental illness has always played a part somewhat in the way that people who listen to it or people who create it. By no means do I want to romanticize the mental illness part, but people who make this music are usually outcasts from the rest of the world, and this music gives them comfort in the fact that we're all different and being normal is really weird in this day and age. So with that, hopefully you liked this video. I'm a pretty big fan of all things emo, and I wouldn't mind making retrospectives on the emo revival or first, second, or third wave emo. I hope you found a band or two that you could listen to after this video, and comment what your favorite fifth wave emo band is, or tell me how much of a dumb fucking idiot I am for not mentioning your favorite band. Anyways, with that, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.